Philadelphia, 2002. A cold December night. A tragic death. And a trail of unanswered questions that would spark outrage and protests. What really happened to Nizah Morris, a beloved entertainer and practicing Buddhist? Was it an unfortunate accident or something far more sinister? This case will leave you questioning the system meant to protect us. Nizah Morris was no stranger to bringing joy to others. By day, she worked at her mother's daycare. By night, she lit up the stage in drag performances. But on December 22, 2002, her vibrant life was cut short under circumstances that remain shrouded in mystery. It began after a night of celebration at the Key West Bar in Center City. Around 2 a.m., Nizah stumbled outside, intoxicated. Bystanders, concerned for her safety, called paramedics. But things took a strange turn when the responding officer cancelled the ambulance, after Nizah refused to go to the hospital. Instead, she was placed in a police car for what should have been a ride home, except she never made it home. The police claimed Nizah asked to be dropped off near 15th and Walnut Streets. Moments later, a passing motorist discovered her unconscious on the sidewalk, bleeding from a head injury. The police responded again, but this time the situation wasn't treated as a crime. Nizah was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. She was pronounced dead 2 days later. The medical examiner ruled her death a homicide due to a cerebral injury, but the police department classified it as an accident. Why? That's where the questions begin. Why did the officers leave her to walk alone when she could barely stand? How did her head injury occur just minutes after being in police custody? And why were there defensive wounds on her hands and marks on her wrists? Witness statements didn't match police reports. Fingerprint records weren't checked for 64 hours, and despite knowing Nizah, one officer failed to identify her. The handling of the case angered her family, friends, and the LGBTQ community. Protests erupted, demanding justice. The district attorney launched an investigation in 2003, but it went nowhere. A civil suit brought by the Center for Lesbian and Gay Civil Rights ended in a settlement, but the truth remained buried. Years later, missing homicide reports mysteriously reappeared, and a police advisory commission investigation revealed misconduct, but no real accountability. Officer Scala, who lied about her interactions with Nizah, received only a verbal reprimand. She even landed a cushy position in the commissioner's office. By 2025, Nizah's death remained a cold case, symbolizing the failures of a system that let her down at every turn. Was it negligence, misconduct, or murder? The answers remain elusive. But her story is a powerful reminder of the fight for justice, accountability, and the recognition of transgender rights. Some stories are too important to be forgotten. Nizah Morris's death is more than a tale of tragedies, a wake-up call. A call to examine how systems fail the vulnerable and how we, as a society, can demand better. Let us know your thoughts. Was this an accident, negligence, or something more sinister? Share your opinions below, and stay tuned for more stories that uncover the darkest corners of justice.